Discussion on cardiac pacemakers. X-ray chest PA view showing a single chamber pacemaker with lead and an aortic prosthetic valve. The pulse generator of the pacemaker can be seen below the side marker. The pacemaker lead can be seen starting from the pacemaker header where it has been screwed in. Please subscribe to this channel for future updates. Click on the subscribe button. Press the bell icon after that for all updates. A redundant part of the lead has been coiled within the pulse generator pocket subcutaneously, as is the usual practice during pacemaker implantation. The lead can be seen coursing through the subclavian vein into the superior vena cava and to the right atrium. Distal end of the pacemaker lead can be seen to the right of the spine near the left hemidiaphragm. The fact that the lead has crossed the midline in a PA view indicates that it has crossed the tricuspid valve, which usually overlies the spine in this view. Permanent right ventricular pacing leads are often placed at the right ventricular apex, which is technically easier. Several implanters now consider a position in the right ventricular outflow tract as more physiological. While pacing the right ventricular outflow tract, a screw-in lead is needed to retain the position. Special lead stylets are available to negotiate the lead tip to the right ventricular outflow tract. Position in RVOT should be posteriorly in the septal aspect, avoiding the free wall of RVOT to achieve the objective of early entry of signal into the conduction system. Early entry of signal into the conduction system will reduce dyssynchrony, which has been considered as a downside of right ventricular apical pacing. Close scrutiny of the pacemaker lead tip can identify two electrodes, one at the tip and one a little proximal to that. It needs a higher resolution photograph with more penetration or ideally a fluoroscopic imaging to bring out the details of the lead tip well. This X-ray also shows a Starr-Edwards aortic mechanical prosthetic valve and sternal suture wires. The aortic position of the valve can be identified by the upward direction of the cage. In Starr-Edwards aortic processes, the cage is seen upwards with 3 struts and the sewing ring at the base. This contrasts with the mitral processes, which has 4 struts for the cage and the cage is directed downwards towards the left ventricular apex. A prominent aortic knuckle and a bulge of the right atrial contour are other findings on this chest X-ray. Cardiac pacemaker is a device meant to give regular electrical pulses to the heart when the normal pacemaker function of the heart is defective. It is also used when the pulse conduction to the ventricles is blocked, as in complete heart block. The basic electronic pacemaker consists of an electronic circuitry to generate the pulses, a battery with long storage life of several years, and leads to convey pulses to the heart. Battery and circuitry are housed together in a hermetically sealed metallic container made of biocompatible material which will not induce a foreign body reaction in the body. This part, known as the pulse generator, is usually implanted beneath the skin under local anesthesia. Modern pacemakers have highly complex circuitry capable of monitoring the body's requirement and varying the pulse rate accordingly. They are also communicating devices which can transmit the stored information to a device known as programmer kept over the surface of the skin. Programmer can interrogate the pacemaker to retrieve important information regarding pacemaker function and malfunction. Latest programmers can send the data to a server over the internet, making it feasible for the specialized physician to evaluate complex pacemaker function sitting in another country or continent. The pacemaker lead is a passive component which transmits the pulses to the heart and receives the heart signals for the pacemaker to analyze. The current day demand pacemakers will sense the heart's intrinsic activity and give pulses only when they are not present. There are pacemakers available which can pace 1, 2 or 3 chambers of the heart. They are known as single chamber, dual chamber and biventricular pacemakers respectively. X-ray chest PA view demonstrating dual chamber pacemaker with leads in situ. Tip of the atrial lead is seen in the right atrial appendage location. It is a J-shaped lead which is preformed to reach the right atrial appendage. The ventricular lead tip is seen in the region of the right ventricular apex and appears to be a screw-in lead. The dual chamber pacemaker pulse generator is seen in the left infraclavicular region. The leads are seen traversing the left subclavian into the left brachiocephalic vein to the superior vena cava and then to the right atrium and right ventricle. Dual chamber pacemakers are able to provide multiple modalities of pacing. The atrial lead senses the atrial electrogram if present and triggers the ventricular channel after the programmed atrioventricular delay. This ensures atrial health for ventricular filling and improves cardiac output. Electronic circuitry of the pacemaker can interact with electromagnetic radiation. Keep away from sources of heavy electromagnetic radiation like a powerful radio transmitter. Most other day-to-day devices can be used with certain precautions. Theft detection devices can also cause electromagnetic interference. Mobile phones can be used at a distance. The usual recommendation is to keep it on the opposite ear depending on which side the device has been implanted. Those with implanted devices are given an identification card which can be shown at airport and other similar locations where electromagnetic devices are likely to be used for security check. MRI in pacemaker patients was generally regarded as contraindicated till recently because of potential interactions between the electromagnetic field and the device. Important aspects to be considered are as follows. 1. Local tissue heating. Device leads pick up energy and transfers it to the cells, causing rise of temperature. 2. Arrhythmia induction. Abnormal heart rhythms can originate due to the interference of device function. 3. Malfunction of device software and hardware due to interference by the magnetic field. 4. Artifacts due to the presence of the device in the image, decreasing the diagnostic accuracy of magnetic resonance imaging. Newer MRI conditional devices enable better imaging on following certain preset criteria and precautions. MRI is undertaken in pacemaker patients only if the estimated benefit far exceeds the potential risks and equivalent information is not obtainable by other imaging modalities like ultrasound or computed tomography. Here is the reference to my previous journal article on MRI conditional pacemakers. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.